It's an injustice for people to compare Lamar Jackson to Patrice Mahomes. Lamar Jackson, you want to compare him to somebody, compare him to Robert Griffin III. That's about it. He's a better version of Robert Griffin III. It just took the NFL a little bit longer to figure him out. Listen, Lamar Jackson is never going to be a pocket quarterback, and that's his problem. He thinks he's a pocket quarterback. He doesn't even really attempt to run anymore. Lamar, listen to me. I'm your biggest distractor because I called you being a fluke from the onset, and I was right. The only way you'll be effective in this league is if you run the ball at least 6 to 8 times a game. At least, I'm talking at least. You have to have the threat to run every time you take the field, every series. If you don't, you're going to go three and out every time. You don't have the ability to be a pocket quarterback. Teams can defend you. And I've told you, I would take, even though Baker Mayfield's not playing like he should have played, I'd take him over Lamar Jackson. I would take Sam Darnold over Lamar Jackson. I don't believe Lamar Jackson is a sustainable talent in this league, and I've been right about that. I was proving it last night. Good teams that play, they beat them all the time, and they don't beat them, they beat the hell out of them. So, and there was a time when I thought Mayfield was as good as Mahomes or better, but no, Mahomes is the best I've ever seen. I've watched a lot of football. Dan Marino was probably the best quarterback ever, but Mahomes he's unbelievable. He can do it all. The guy's a magician. There's no doubt he's the best quarterback I've ever seen. But yeah, Lamar Jackson, you'll never, ever, they should never compare him to Patrice Mahomes. Like I said, a good analogy is him and Robert Griffin III. He's better than Robert Griffin III. And he does work on his craft, but he'll never be that drop back quarterback. He'll never be that pocket quarterback. And that's the problem. In his mind, he thinks he is. So instead of running when he should, he doesn't run. He tries to make plays, and he just don't have the arm for it or the intellect for it. He does look better in the pocket. He stands in the pocket better than Baker Mayfield. There's no doubt about it. But he just don't have the throwing arm to do it. And he needs listen, for Lamar to be effective, he needs to run every series he's on the field. And you're going to take a chance of him getting injured, but that's the only way he'll have a sustainable career. Without that, he's basically out of the league in 2 years. The Chiefs are the best team. You got to think of something right now. If D Ford doesn't jump off sides, the Chiefs are probably going for their third Super Bowl right now because Mahomes would have won his third Super Bowl. Mahomes is he's a special player. He would be in his third straight Super Bowl this year. They're going to the Super Bowl this year. There's no one going to stop that team. They may go 16-0. They just got so many weapons offensively, and Mahomes, he's the maestro. The only way to stop the Chiefs is actually to get him hurt. If you don't get him hurt, you're done. Bieniemy, if I was the Bengals right now, I would fire Zach Taylor, hire Bieniemy, and then you'll have a fucking Joe Burrow will take off with Bieniemy running that offense. Or you got to run the offense right. That's the offense I would run in the NFL. But I would not run against the Ravens. You're not going to run the ball. You don't even have to run the ball in the NFL. You don't even need to run the ball. You don't. You can throw the ball fucking every game. You can throw the ball 90 times a game. You can trust me and win. It's easy. Trust me. Defensive teams don't want to cover the pass. They'd rather cover the run because you can stop the run. You can't stop the pass. Look at Mahomes. He can pass anytime he wants. That game should have been 65 to fucking 3. It really should have. The Chiefs shot themselves in the foot. I actually think that division right now is going to come down to Cleveland, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh. That is providing Cleveland beats Dallas. They don't beat Dallas, they're out of it. But Baltimore, I don't know. They just disappoint me. Their defense is good. There's no doubt about it. But Mahomes just tore it up. He torched it. So, like I said, from Lamar Jackson to be anything in this league, he has to fucking, when he gets every series he comes out, he has to run the ball. If nothing's open, take off and run. You'll tire the defense out. That's the only way you can sustain your career. Now, with that, you're going to take a chance of injury, but you got to accept that because you're not a drop back quarterback. You're never going to be one. So that's the only way. If I was Harbaugh, I'd tell him, say, listen, go through your progressions and open run. Either that, or you may have to turn to Robert Griffin III, and he's horrible. So Ravens are in big trouble with the quarterback. They need a quarterback badly. And I've been telling you this I told you this from the first game he played. And everybody, MVP last year, that's nice. Out of the league in 2 years. Unless he follows my fucking regimen, run the ball.